The entertainment industry is responsible for a large part of the lifestyle influence in society today.
For generations, the entertainment industry has played a major role in views towards substance use.
Most prominently, the music industry has been constantly associated with influencing youth attitude towards drug and alcohol consumption.
According to a researcher by the name of Holiday, substance use is often given a glamorous image and is used as a symbol of wealth and presented in media.
Many people, specifically adolescents, seek to replicate these lifestyles they see their favorite musicians living, which frequently involves some form of drug or alcohol use associated with spending mass sums of money.
Commonly, these lifestyles of boosting wealth and substance abuse are associated with rappers that come out of Atlanta, Georgia.
According to Balaji in his article Street Credibility, Atlanta is one of the biggest cultural production hubs for rap music in the United States.
In these rap songs, substances are often praised and sung about in a positive manner, consequently steering listeners towards drug use and alcohol binging for short-term highs.
The question that we were striving to answer with this study reads, does listening to Atlanta city rap music affect the attitude towards drug and alcohol usage of 18 to 19-year-old Pepperdine students?
This topic was selected because rap music is one of the most popular genres of music among youth today, and it also happens to be the genre of music with the most illicit drug and alcohol mentions, according to Holiday.
The test was designed in order to verify whether or not this popular music genre is an active influence on teenage behavior.
The test subjects were specified as such because Pepperdine University is the college campus with which we have the most access to, and the 18 to 19-year-old freshmen are the people we interact with on a daily basis.
A controlled experiment was created for this research project. The video was created in order to affect the dependent variable of the controlled experiment, the participants' attitude toward drug and alcohol use.
For the presentation, we organized a pre-questionnaire which we used to better understand our audience's viewpoints before we showed our media, and a post-questionnaire which we used to understand what changed in our audience's viewpoints and morals related to substance abuse after viewing the video.
In the pre-questionnaire, we wanted to gauge the level of acceptance that our audience feels towards things such as Atlanta rap music and substance use.
Due to this, we selected multiple questions that asked our participants to rate their acceptance of certain kinds of substance abuse on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the least accepted and 10 being very accepted.
Our piece of media we decided to create for this project encompasses the story of a boy that struggles to waste schoolwork and the difficulties of trying to be cool and accepted by his peers.
In order to reach this level of acceptance by his classmates, the boy begins to start using substance and listening to rap music that promotes these kind of actions.
By the end of the video, it shows the boy completely immersed in drug and rap music culture, and this affects the boy's schooling greatly as he ends up getting an F on the big test he was supposed to be studying for all week.
To conduct our research project, each group member invited 3 participants for a total of 9 students that were introduced to be in CCB classroom 245 on November 17th at 7 p.m.
An informed consent was given to each participant as an agreement that they understand that they are not being tested as individuals, but rather they are being tested on their attitude toward the media they will be viewing.
The pre-questionnaire was distributed and answered before viewing the media pieces, and the post-questionnaire was distributed after the participants were able to view and reflect on the video.
In order to have our participants remain anonymous in this study, we decided to give them different colored pens to color code their responses so that we could still match each participant's pre- and post-questionnaires together while maintaining the secrecy of each participant's identity.
After finishing the post-questionnaire, the participants were thanked for their time and allowed to leave the study.
We had planned to interpret the answers to the questionnaires of 9 Pepperdine University 18 to 19-year-olds, so their physical reactions to our media, meaning facial expressions, words said aloud, etc., would not be recorded.
While we had planned to have 9 participants, only 6 arrived at the designated time and place. 4 of them were identified as female and the other 2 identified as male.
The student proceeded as planned, and there were no unexpected surprises.
The pre-questionnaire portion of our research went great as we got interesting responses that let us know more about our selected audience's feelings towards Atlanta rap music and substance abuse.
Yet, what our group noticed about the responses we got after screening the media piece and going through the post-questionnaire process was not what we expected.
What we saw in the post-questionnaire results was that the majority of participants did not change their views on substance abuse and its relation to Atlanta rap music. even when participants felt more comfortable with substance abuse after the media piece was shown.
When asked about their attitude toward alcohol consumption, 100% of the testees had no movement in number on the scale.
The last question of the post-questionnaire asked the participants to decide whether or not they thought that Atlanta city rap music has an influence on the lifestyle of modern youth. 4 out of the 6 answered yes to this question, while the other 2 answered no.
The purpose of this experiment was to influence our participants' attitude toward excessive substance use by highlighting Atlanta city rap music's impact on youth.
After we conducted our research, we found that our video had little to no influence on our participants' views.
Since the majority of the participants already viewed substance use, specifically drug use, negatively, the video did not cause the participants' views to change because they already agreed with what the video was trying to convey.
The takeaway from our presentation was that it does not matter what specific music our youth listen to, as our research has proven that people will not let the music they listen to affect their opinions toward substance use.
Overall, this was a very thought-provoking research project, and it was interesting to see how our peers could be influenced through our work. We are thankful for our participants' time and these sources.